The abuse of study drugs. In the high-pressure world we live in today, many parents are unaware or condone their college-age children abusing prescription stimulants to give them a leg up in the classroom. This is a huge problem for a myriad of reasons, yet these reasons are ignored as students push for perfection. Here's a scenario. It's finals, you have 2 exams tomorrow to study for, you have a huge essay tomorrow, and you also have a group project, so you decide to pull an all-nighter. The later it gets, the harder it is for you to stay up and focus. Your roommate says he has some pills that will help. What do you do? So many students turn to a study drug. These study drugs include Adderall. Adderall is a prescription medication used to treat attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, also known as ADHD. It can also be used to treat depression and narcolepsy. So the way this drug works is it increases the availability of certain neurotransmitters like norepinephrine and dopamine in the brain. These brain chemicals are responsible for boosting alertness, attention, and energy levels. 1 in 5 college students abuse prescription stimulants. These stimulants include Adderall, Ritalin, and Vyvanse. College students and young adults abuse these prescription drugs to help them stay up to study and increase their focus, especially around midterms or finals. Some young adults also use this to help increase their work performance. So, more about study drugs. These drugs are used to help students cram, like I said, during finals times, and it's not just the people who are using them without a prescription that are being affected by this trend. Those who have prescriptions are also affected. 28% of those who have legally prescribed stimulants report sharing the drug with friends. They often feel pressure from their friends and peers to give them these drugs, especially during high-stress times like finals. And these stimulants are the second most common drug used on college campuses. So there are many dangers of using stimulants. One reason you wouldn't want to use this necessarily is because though it may increase your focus, it is not proven that it helps increase your memory or cognition, your brain working. You could be focusing on all the wrong things, as you can see from this short clip.
Okay, Mr. Essay, I say, prepare to be written! I'm doing it! I'm doing it! Yeah! Yeah! Pin some of these, pin some of these. Almost there, and done. Now let's see how it looks so far. The time.
So, another danger of using stimulants such as Adderall are the legal repercussions. Adderall is a controlled substance. The possession of it without a prescription is a felony. As you can see here, it is very similar to cocaine in how it affects your brain. You can see the two right there. And one survey of undergraduates found that only 2% thought using Adderall was very dangerous. Students told researchers that Adderall was not a drug, but instead a study tool. Others compared it to drugs like cocaine and said Adderall was kind of the opposite, since they used it to be better at school and they thought it was perfectly safe because doctors prescribed it. There has been a trend in over-prescriptions from doctors, but it is a fallacy to say that Adderall and cocaine are different. Another dangerous way that people use Adderall is in a recreational form. They can crush it up and snort it when they're partying or to just have a quick burst of energy during studying, and this is equally as dangerous and addictive. So there are many dangers of using stimulants in the long run. Stimulants are not good for your body if you're not prescribed them, and they have some negative health impacts like headaches, changes to your mood, hallucinations, trouble breathing, insomnia, irregular heartbeats, and many others. So even though some students don't see them as drugs, stimulants like speed carry real risks. There's been an increase in emergency room visits from 18 to 34% due to non-medical stimulant use, and it's tripled from 2005 to 2011. These numbers also include stimulants such as caffeine pills, which are sometimes used in conjunction with Adderall. So even when people take Adderall as prescribed, they can have several negative effects in the short term, like irritability, trouble sleeping, potentially dangerous cardiac issues, and feelings of restlessness. And they're also, Adderall is very easily addictive and have very negative long-term effects too. So back to our scenario earlier, we were trying to help come up with an idea and a possible solution. So the best thing to do in this case is to not touch the pills at all, and to know for next year, for next finals and next midterm, to work on a little bit throughout the semester and not leave everything until the last night before your finals, because cramming does not increase, how much you know, and Adderall is a very dangerous drug that you don't want to get mixed up with.